What is going on, everybody? Here we are doing a Q&A. I have no clue what I have no clue what video will be posted here since I'm just doing vocal right now. So the first question comes from Masswar, and he says, "What do you think that your special thing is?" Now this is a difficult question because I feel like I'm good at quite a few things. However, I've come to realize in the last couple of years that I've gotten really good at tarot reading, and I'm almost always accurate, whether it be uh, relationship readings or just like future and present readings and stuff like that. So, and that's something that I tried to do on my channel a while ago, but it didn't work out because I don't have a webcam and nobody seemed to be too interested in that. So yeah, next question. Next question comes from Masswar once again. It says, "Do you think you could do a thing where you talk and give your thought about stuff going on in the gaming world, like No Man's Sky or games that have big controversy around them? Just saying you don't have to, but I'd like to hear your opinion on things." Masswar, that's funny that you asked that. For a while now, I've been trying to hook up with Thandronin, Curlycast, who else? Zaggy, and Day of the Beast. And I've been wanting to do something kind of like that, but at the same time, I don't really care to sit down for like an hour and a half and talk about things that, I don't know. I would like that. I think I will try to do that later down the road. I don't know when. I can't make any promises as to when, but that's something I definitely want to try. Next question is once again from Masswar, because this guy is the only guy who asked any questions other than Giggles, but we'll get to Giggles' question last. And he says, or he asks, "What are some cool facts about you? Like, have you done something cool or scary?" I don't think I really have any cool facts. As a kid, I played baseball and t-ball and stuff like that. I played up all the way until high school. I got kind of tired after a while because, like, in middle school, I was always playing with kids who were just a bunch of crybabies and didn't, like, once we started losing, they were just kind of like, "Wah, we're losing, we give up," and that got really boring after a while. Cool facts, I guess. Let's see. I've traveled to about 16 different states. I've lived in about 4. I've lived in Oregon, Washington, Illinois, and I'm now here in Texas. Scary wise, let's see, what have I done that was scary? Oh, this one time I went with my friend Amber. For those of you who don't know who she is, she's the one who does my outros, and not outros, but has done one of my outros for me. The one with Battlefield, Gary's Mod, and stuff like that. That outro, which will be at the end of this video, hopefully. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. It'll be at the end of this video. But when I lived in Illinois, we lived in a really small town that had a lot of really weird haunted buildings downtown. And technically, this is trespassing to some degree because we went up without the store's knowledge. But there was an old stage up there, and it's back from like from a long fucking time ago is all I can say. And it was still there, and apparently one of the actresses hung herself on the stage, and it just felt like we were being watched the entire time we were up there. We kept hearing weird noises, tools banging around and stuff like that, despite there nobody else being up there but me and her. So yeah, that was interesting. Alright, next question is from Masswar once again. "What's your favorite movie and why? If you don't have a reason, that's okay." Honestly, I don't have any favorite movies, really. I mean, like, I don't know. I do, but I don't at the same time. A lot of movies lately have been just really dull, really boring, and I really hate the fact that they keep putting superhero movies out there because you can only make like a couple of superhero movies before they get really boring to watch and really old after a while. You know, like I think I recently watched Ant-Man, which I thought was a pretty cool movie. So the concept behind that, where he was just an ordinary guy, just trying to make a living, despite the fact that he'd been in prison for some stuff. I think that was a pretty interesting movie. So, all right, next question, Masswar once again. If you had to pick between YouTube or a job that paid $75 more, what would you choose? Well, that depends, Mass. Like what kind of job? Like, I honestly think I'd probably stick to YouTube just because like it's fun. The people who I've met from doing YouTube so far have been some really interesting people. Like the chemistry between some of us is really interesting, while at the same time, you know, like we don't always get along. Like, for instance, me and Giggles, we like we like different type of games. You know, like he enjoys sports games more, I enjoy first-person shooters more, and but somehow, like, we still get along despite the fact that I'm sure I irritate him from time to time, but that's okay. Masswar, once again, if you had to make a game genre that exists or doesn't exist, what would it be and why? What would be the first game you would make? Well, a while ago I had to. No, I'm not gonna reveal this idea because I don't want somebody else taking it. So I'm gonna not answer this question directly. However, if I had to make a game genre, I'd kind of want to like make a game that kind of combines like World of Warcraft, StarCraft, and a few other games that I really enjoy, and just combine them into one and try to make a badass game like that. But I don't think that'll happen because I don't have any programming experience at all. That's not true. I got very little programming experience back when I was a sixth grader and my ADHD was at its peak. Next question. What's your favorite game of all time and why? Fuck, this is such a hard question because I don't know. I really loved the original like Halo 1. Halo 1 was one of my favorite games. Halo 2 was also another favorite game. I just really liked the way that those games felt back for the Xbox. You know, they felt great. They were fun. They were different at the time. You know, like I played Call of Duty for the longest time, and after playing that and going over to Halo, like it was just such a different experience. Another one of my favorite games would be the Battlefield series in general, all of them except for 2142 or whatever that one's called. I've never played that one before, but I really enjoy the Halo series up until about Halo 3. After Halo 3, I felt like the series had declined quite a bit, but that's just my opinion. But the Halo series, the Battlefield series, and the earlier COD games were pretty amazing in my opinion. If you want to talk to... my English is bad. If you wanted to talk to anyone famous, who would it be? They don't have to be real, it can be from a movie. Morgan Freeman. I think he'd be a fun guy to chat with. Same with Robert Downey Jr., and the guy who played Deadpool. I think that Ryan Reynolds. There we go. I think those guys would be fun to chat with and just to meet up with and stuff like that. YouTube wise, I would love to honestly meet up with KY or Speedy, possibly Vanos Gaming. But I've heard his lines for his autograph or just get a hug or whatever from him are like 3+ hours long. So I don't think I'd want to stand in the line 3+ hours long just for a single picture. But next question. If you had to be any animal, what would you be? Well, I really enjoy wolves. Wolves are one of my favorite animals, and it's really sad that they're endangered, and there's some states here in the U.S. that decided that they should just go out and kill all of them because they're a nuisance. You know, like we kind of moved in on their land, built up our societies around them, and you know they don't know any better. It's our fault for being there. Next question. If you would change your YouTube name, what would you name it to? If you had to change your real name, what would you change it to? Don't be honest and don't say Big Money Man 2016 or something. God damn it, Masswar. I don't know where like all these questions came from, but I'm really enjoying them. I kind of enjoy my my YouTube name, honestly. Like, I honestly wouldn't know like what else to call myself. You know, like that's just it's so difficult coming up with names because I don't feel like I'm very creative. And the name Caracaz and Crazy Caracaz Gaming is actually a name that my stepmom came up with, and I'm not going to reveal how that came up with just because it would reveal some kind of personal information about me. So I'm going to skip that question, but not give you a direct answer regarding that. If I had to change my first name, I don't know. Andrew means manly, so I'm not going to... Why would I want to change that? Next question. Your house place is on fire, and it's going to burn down all your friends. Hang on, Masswar. I gotta redo your question. Okay, so your house is on fire, and it's all your stuff is gonna perish in the fire. What are you gonna what are some things in the house that you might want to save, like your friends, pets, family? What? Honestly, I would try to save some of my clothes. I would try to save my phone and a charger, and probably one of my duffel bags. That way, like I'd have somewhere to put my stuff. You know, like there are some things that are important to me. My computer, honestly, I can always get another one. You know, it's not that big of an issue if I lose this one. It's not worth trying to risk my life to haul out. But family wise, first I would probably try to make sure that my roommate's 2-year-old or however old she is when the fire happens was out first, because that seems more of like a priority to me. I mean, I love my roommates, but like their young daughter would be a priority to me first to get her out, as well as some clothes for myself and whatnot, as well as some work clothes, because it'd be nice to still be able to work and whatnot, even if I was having to live at a hotel. You know, at least I wouldn't have to worry about trying to buy some clothes. Next question. What do you think your special thing is? Oh wait, Nope, that's the end of Masswar's question. I thought there was more than that. That's okay. So the next question I get a lot from Sir Giggleton is, why the fuck don't you answer your phone, fuckface? And the answer to that is simple. I leave my phone on silent, and like I just kind of place it in random places throughout my room every time I check it, which is really bad of me to do. Maybe I should start leaving my ringtone on. There are some days where I just get really annoyed with like all the constant texts and whatnot I get from Twitter, and I've been trying to disable that, but for some weird reason it keeps reverting back. But yeah, that and plus all the notifications I get from YouTube some days, that's also kind of annoying. But anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. Special thanks to Masswar for asking all these questions. I really appreciate that someone took the time out of their day to ask me some questions on my Q&A, and I hope to see you guys around. Like there's been some amazing stuff happening with my channel this year, and I've been pretty excited about the new things. I wish I could stop stuttering. Jesus Christ.